time, so this will not be the first one. When he was growing up, I often wondered which family paradigm would most influence my son, Sean. The psychological paradigm of his mother, a psychotherapist, or my sociological paradigm. Now that he is well past the launching stage, I can see that the paradigm that most influenced him was that of his maternal grandfather and 3 of his uncles, all master plumbers. Charlie and the Friel brothers had the uncanny ability to stand in an empty lot and visualize the evolution of a building under construction and the network of relationships that will be tied together to make up the structure that will rise there. Theirs is not to produce or provide the goods and services that will eventually flow from the finished product, but instead provide a critical resource that will allow others to be successful. Water, the necessary ingredient of all life. Sean's work in philanthropy is to help others succeed. Tactical philanthropy, a phrase he coined in 2006 in his contribution to the book, Mapping the New World of American Philanthropy, is an approach to philanthropy that positions donors as suppliers of support to agents of social impact. In so doing, they provide the underpinnings of the structure that will allow good work to flow. It was in October of 2006, after spending nearly a decade in the wealth management industry and co-founding a successful investment advisory firm that caters to the needs of philanthropic families, that Sean launched what has become the influential Tactical Philanthropy blog, introducing the second great wave of philanthropy and explaining a cultural shift in the way Americans participate in the world of giving. This is what Sean said at the time. Philanthropy is undergoing rapid change. The millennial generation is integrating social impact into every aspect of their lives, just as baby boomer parents are reaching peak giving years. Add the social media revolution to the mix, a technology designed to help people participate and collaborate, and you have the recipe for a second great wave of philanthropy. Since then, Sean has emerged as a leader in the new philanthropy. Currently, he is CEO of Tactical Philanthropy Advisors. In addition to the Tactical Philanthropy blog, Sean is a former columnist on philanthropy for Financial Times and currently writes a monthly column for the Chronicle of Philanthropy. His writings have also appeared in Stanford Social Innovation Review, Wealth Manager magazine, the book Mapping the New World of American Philanthropy, and other print and online publications. He is a member of the World Economic Forum's Council on Philanthropy and Social Investing, is a member of the Alliance for Effective Social Investing, and serves on advisory boards of Charity Navigator and the Chartered Advisor in Philanthropy program. He also hosts and moderates the Tactical Philanthropy Forum, an offline gathering of tactical philanthropy community to engage in conversation with social sector leaders. He has the Chartered Financial Analyst and Chartered Advisor in Philanthropy designations and was among the first 3 in the nation to hold both certifications. His degree in economics is from the University of California, Davis. Finally, both Sean and I are included in the book We Are the New Radicals by Julia Molden. A new radical is someone who makes a living by making a difference in the world. I am the oldest new radical in Julia's book. Sean is the youngest. This room is full of new radicals, young and old, so I am very happy to introduce to you someone else who is making a difference, Sean Stannard-Stockton.
So that's kind of fun for me. I've done lots of public speaking, and when I was getting ready for this, I thought, wow, my father's going to introduce me the first time that's ever happened. But as I gave it a little bit more thought, I realized it's actually, let's see here. There we go. It's actually the second time that it's happened. This is the neighborhood that I grew up in, that he still lives in. And this was a grocery store, the neighborhood grocery store, that was being kicked out, and it was where I would go to shop. And the owners of the store would insist, when I was about 7 years old, that they would not give me my change until I could figure out what it was, right? So, here's my dad introducing me. And what I think was fun about this, and my dad alluded to it in the New Radicals book, is that I do think there's this new emergence of leaders going on in the social sector and in my focus on philanthropy. And that comes from the baby boomers hitting their retirement years and entering what are traditionally both peak giving years for philanthropic donations and peak volunteering years. And the millennial generation is gone through high school volunteering and being involved and getting involved with online networks like Facebook, which if you come to my breakout session later, I'll talk about kind of the social impact implications of social media and the way in which it's geared specifically to social change agents. And so you have these two generations, which I'm more of a Generation X, so I'm the lost generation in between. But what I want to talk about today is the emergence of these new leaders, and I'm going to talk about 3 different stories and then kind of talk about what that means for the social sector. So the first person I want to talk about is Sherston Erickson. Sherston's about 27. She graduated from Stanford University, and at age 22, I believe, she founded an organization called Forge. And I'm going to let her explain what Forge is about.
My name is Sherston Erickson. I'm 25 years old, and I'm the founder and executive director of Forge. Forge stands for Facilitating Opportunities for Refugee Growth and Empowerment. And the core of what we do is to build upon the natural capacity of people who are in exile to affect their own lives and to bring change to their countries when they return home. After working in a refugee camp, I looked around me and saw all of these resources that I had as a young American. Having seen what I saw, I couldn't go back to my daily life. I had to take advantage of what I'd been blessed with and turn that into something productive for the whole world. To date, Forge has raised over $1 million. And we've used that money to affect the lives of 70,000 African refugees from 5 different countries across Africa. We've built 4 libraries, including the largest library in the world. We've given computer training to 5,000 individuals that have helped them to gain jobs once they returned home. We run 3 different women's centers to be able to provide for their families. And several other initiatives, including providing for kids to go to school and giving them the opportunity for primary and pre-primary education. Once you understand what's going on in the world, there's no way to go back to a normal life. You somehow are indelibly touched, and you realize that your future is caught up in the futures of people on the other side of the world that you may not have considered as brothers or sisters before. My name is Sherston Erickson. I'm 25 years old, and I'm the founder and executive director of Forge.